Hello, my name's Dana, and I'm here to tell anyone and everyone that has an ear to listen and a little time that I want you to know that I would vote yes for marijuana all the way as far as medical, because it's made a difference, big difference in my life. To start out with, I broke my ankle when I was young. I spent most of my young life on crutches. I couldn't walk down the street. If there was a little pebble in the road, I would turn my ankle. It was roll it, and I didn't smoke weed or dabble very much into, back then, very much in high school. And so it was very naive about it. I didn't know, just the peer pressure thing. Well, when I broke my ankle, I was playing baseball. I'm very active, barefooted all the time. I love to go barefooted. I just love nature. And God's given me a gift. I know how to do a lot of things, and I hadn't went to school. I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I know about this because I've experienced it, I've lived it. And anyone that's out there that feels guilty, that feels hurt or pain or guilt, you're no drug addict. Don't let all of that make you feel bad. You're not a bad person. You're not a bad person. What's happened to you is bad. That doesn't make you bad. It took me a long time to understand that. And I want no one to feel that way. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Can you talk about what you went through with treatment?
With my ankle, I broke my ankle when I was in high school. Well, I was 18 and playing baseball, and they put a pin and a plate in there, and I think it was about 22, 23. I had 2 kids already by then, and I had trouble with it a little bit, and so I had them go in and take out the hardware. And they went in and found out that there was a little arthritis in there. No big deal, About when I was, it was in '99, I was working, which I hadn't worked a lot, but I loved this job. I was finally, it's a big old long story, but went through a divorce, or I thought I did. Just a bunch of stuff, just everyday living life. Active depression, just everything that you can experience, just you name it. There's no need for it. None.
So how did you happen along medical marijuana?
When I worked at Ray's and stuff, and my foot started getting bad, was on it a lot and everything. And so I went to the doctor, and it was bone on bone. It was where I would be walking and I would feel it pop, and I'd have to stop right there because I couldn't move. I'd wait for a little bit and then relax, breathe. Didn't learn this till later, but that's what I was doing. God was doing it for me. It's the only way I could have got through it. But then it would relax, I would relax, and it would go back, and I would be fine until the next time. Finally, I go to the doctor. He sent me to an orthopedic doctor. They said that I needed work done to it. I couldn't work anymore. That's another story, but couldn't work anymore. So I had it fused. It was either, and then it wasn't real big, heard of about their total joint replacement. So I went ahead and have them fused it because I didn't want an amputation then. And they said it'd probably be about 10 more years and I'd have to have it fused again. Well, after the first fusion, there was complications, nerve damage. I mean, you barely touch it and it feels like I've been cut. The nerve is that close to the surface. And talk about trying to sleep at night when it's just barely touching something. You know, all of you know, you have your own nerve damage. You have your own scars. Whether it be something like my foot. You want to see? This is 7 surgeries later. Oh, forget the toenails. You can see the different colors on it and stuff. I had a scare a couple of years ago. I can't even remember for sure. They wasn't sure that the circulation was enough in there, and they thought they were going to have to cut it off. And I went through a week of waiting to see all the tests, you know, and everything, and it was hard to wrap my brain around. It was really hard. And the guy, my husband, my true love, he took off work. I mean, this is just, it's all for good. It's all for good. That's all I want this for. I don't want anyone to feel guilty or hurt for this. There's no reason. There's no reason. Marijuana helps, and I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna show you because I've lived it. I've wrote down things about eating my baked cookies and eating all of that stuff. And I don't have it just right, but I'm working on it. And I don't have to take the pills that I used to be addicted to. You don't have to be controlled by that stuff. You don't have to be. And marijuana, medical marijuana, it doesn't control you. You can have everything you want. You can feel free of all that guilt, all of it, because you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing exactly what you need to do to live. If you're about truth and about justice and about America and about just helping and love, then you'll vote exactly the same way that I'm going to. There's a lot more I could tell you, but the best thing that I can tell you is to have faith in what you believe. If you're all about good, don't you let anyone make you doubt, because you know what's real. I love you, and God bless you. Amen.